Hey fellow vigilantes, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Bandit Slayer, Episode 13, Road Trip. So at the start of the stream, as you can see, my goal is still to level up electrical and metalwork, and I had hit level 2 metalwork, and I'm still working on electrical. It's lagging behind because metalwork, there's just a lot more to break down for metalwork than there is for electrical. So what I need to do is start reading the metalwork 2 book. And probably to top up my propane torches. The propane tank for the torches are in the trunk, so I'll top those up tomorrow morning. I was going to go to sleep now. And that's going to be my goal for a bit. I'm going to leave it up as a goal for just a little bit more, and then I'll have you guys vote to see if I'm pivoting towards something else. So what is my current kill count? So here's my current experience. I've got light-footed 3, nimble 2, just hit 2, sneaking almost 2, long blunt almost 3, maintenance 3 1/3. Carpentry is quite high at like 8 and change, and then electrical and metalwork is catching back up. We have been doing a bit of tailoring, sewing leather strips into my clothing for added protection, because that's way more important with bandits than there is zombies. Essentially, wearing a lot of clothing with zombies doesn't matter too much because like any scratch, laceration, and definitely a bite can infect you and kill you. There is nothing that bandits can do to you that will guarantee your death in terms of injuries, but they will absolutely hit you a lot. So it's, you know, the reason it's more important to protect yourself with bandits is like you can survive everything provided that you're armored, whereas like a zombie can like tickle your ear and you would die, right? Like it's all chance for zombies. Yeah, so let's go ahead and top up those propane torches and then get reading. I think we still have we have a lot of work to do in terms of getting ready for this loft to be more comfortable. The goal that we had was to make sure that we have like running power and running water. And being able to like, oh right, I parked there. Being able to like cook, and unless I want to use an antique stove, which I certainly could, but unless I want to use an antique stove, we're probably going to want an electrical one, just because they're a lot easier to deal with. Because the antique ones require like fuel and an ignition source, and that could be really annoying. All right, refilling both torches. The other benefit is once my electrical and also mechanical gets up a little higher level, I'll be able to hotwire all the fire trucks that are around me. So that's a huge boon, getting that up and running. So I would love to get to a point where I can, and that's helpful like forever, right? One of the biggest dangers I would say of the bandits is being caught out in the open when they can sprint pretty much just as fast as the player can, and they have guns, right? So the bandits are really dangerous because they can catch you out in the open. And I think what's really important is to always be near like an escape route. And nothing is once you're able to like hotwire cars, even if you just had like a can of gasoline, like a bottle, I mean, it's funny because in real life, putting gasoline in a plastic bottle is a terrible idea because gasoline will just melt right through the plastic. But in this game, like you'll be allowed to do it. Maybe I'll use like a wine bottle or something. But essentially, having the ability to be able to hotwire just about any car and like pull a little gasoline in it and get away from a bad situation is just really invaluable. So getting my electrical, metalwork, and mechanical up allows me to not only hotwire the cars, but then maintain them to make sure that they can run. Don't give devs the idea to make life harder. Well, the devs intend for Project Zomboid to eventually have full-fledged NPCs and NPC mechanics. So I don't need to give them any ideas or bad ideas. It's totally in the, oh, what the hell is this? So the Bandit mod updated, and I don't know what this logo is. It's yellow, which usually means a wandering bandit. And it has like a magnifying glass, so I'm guessing they're searching for something. That's what I'm going to assume that the icon means. Let's see if we can't spot them before I just continue reading. Elizabeth, thank you for the resub. And Robert the Druid, and Nighthog, and Bryza for bits, and Chief Dog for bits, and Weresits for the resub. Lots been happening. I appreciate it. So... is that a zombie or a person? I can't tell. They're not shambling like a zombie exactly? I don't know. Maybe I'll go drive over and say hello. Burglar? Man, maybe it's a burglar. I don't know. The thing is, the Bandits Beta mod is like being updated near every day. So it's really hard to say what it is because it's something I haven't experienced yet. But that makes it fun. We'll figure it out together. So I don't recall there being this van. Oh, that's definitely a bandit. He is coming for me. Sorry, bud. I have a big truck, and you have a small, squishy body. What's weird is they do make zombie noises, even though he absolutely was not a zombie. So I'm going to keep my guard up because it's... Oh, that's a shooter. Here, I want the key ring though. Come on, take the key ring. Alright, we have a gunman coming my way too. Whoa! Oh, Jesus, he was here. Y'all frightening. I think it is like a Friday the 13th Freddy mask, Krueger mask, and a pick. Oh, there's two of them. Why is there so many bandits? So this was maybe the group that was coming from the south, but there's also a group coming from the northeast. Well, this further cements my point, which is never get caught out in the open. I thought I just heard a door or something get smashed inside. They're probably in this building. Yeah, I hear something going on in this building. So I need to loot these two later. Oh, there they are, there they are. Yeah, they were smashing that sliding metal door. Sup? Naked idiots, meet truck. Alright, I'm gonna assume I'm done. I'll take your cigarettes. That pickaxe is in pretty rough shape, so I'm gonna skip it. Some forklift supervisor level driving. Well, thanks. Thank you. And this is Mr. Creepy. Oh, yeah. With really nice, Aiden Smith. With really nice, gear here. I'll take his hockey mask. The problem with keeping his hockey mask, I will say... Oh, and the wood axe is not so bad either. Is, my character is nearsighted. So if I put on the hockey mask for extra protection, I lose my glasses. So it's one or the other, but not both. Is respawning turned off? No. It's standard apocalypse difficulty. So zombies respawn. Oh, I'm getting thirsty. In the rain. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I don't have a lot of enemies around me because of all the noise that was made around me last stream with the multiple trucks going off, blaring. There's just not a lot of zombies left in my area because the ones that were around had died. Okay. I think I am squared away. Backward Runner, thank you for your sub too. Let's clear these icons, because I think I killed everybody that was relevant. One thing I haven't yet done, so not only do I need to read the metalwork too, but also, like, I haven't checked up on the farm. So before I continue with my bookworming, I'm going to do some farm inspection just to make sure I don't have any farm diseases going around. That'd be probably pretty good. Oh, yep, no, there's flies here. See, treat problem pest flies. Okay. At least that's treatable. I need to remove the barricades so that I can run them over more easily. Yeah, I think you're right. Once I'm done working on that project, that's a very reasonable thing to do, is to modify the terrain around me so that the barricades don't benefit the raiders. Okay, I need to make some flies cure. Let's go ahead and do that. Glad I checked. All right. Milk. So first we need, like, the bottle for it, I guess. And I don't think I brought a bottle up here for that. I think they're all downstairs still. But here is some milk. Yeah, this stuff isn't really... I mean, the library is organized, but really nothing else. I think this is all weapons. I guess that's technically organized. Okay, so let's go find the bottle. And for reference, if you're ever confused about what you want to do, you can always go into the crafting menu here. And I'm going to farming and making a mildew cure. Or flies cure, actually. It's cigarettes. Excuse me. So I needed the empty garden spray can. Which is cigarettes and a bottle. Oh, here we go. While I'm here, I might as well make some other cure. Make both types, so I don't have to whip them up separately. So let's see if there's another bottle on the ground. Yep, here's the other one. Or another one. I don't know for certain that there's only two. Alright, so here's an insecticide cure and a mildew cure. Good. So I've got both cures now. And now I can go treat that problem. So yeah, I saw in chat, and I got a lot of YouTube comments about this, about being able to climb from the second story to the top. The problem is, if I did that, there is a staircase that links the roof of this building to the ground. So the rooftop here is not safe. So any overhang, any balcony here, like if I put a balcony there, it would allow a raider to fall down to the balcony, or a zombie. So until I get a sledgehammer, there's not really a way for me to make the roof safe and also connected to the loft. If you don't understand why, that's fine. I'm just telling you that is the case. So I'm going to apply Flies Cure in 5 increments. And okay, it's no longer diseased. It only needed the smallest of applications. The insecticide and mildew spray bottles will not fill with rainwater if I just put them down. So I can leave them here for later. So now the farm is all refreshed. The sun's coming out, so I'm going to read my book up here. Unless I'm just well, man, it's rain's coming down. I'm an outdoorsman, I don't really care. And I don't mind being very hungry, because I've been overweight for a long time. So there we go. We got Metalwork 2 done. So I'm going to poll you guys in just a second about how I should spend tomorrow. What should I do in PZ? Level up electrical and metalwork. I could also pivot and read mechanical book. Or read, mechanics book. I could head to search for a sledge or head to a video store. Those are the options I'm going to include. So have you guys pick while I wrap up the day. So I think all the magazines I've already read. I think... Oh, I put the metalwork book in the wrong shelf. Let me double check I've read all these magazines. Yeah, they're all read. So if I open up my training materials, you can see I've already read Carpentry 1 through 4, Electrical 1, Farming 1, Metalwork 1 and 2, Tailoring 1. I don't think it would necessarily be a bad idea, given that I'm surrounded on many sides by forests, to also spend a little time reading trapping trapping and forging. So maybe I'll make forging my next book of choice. High-level foraging can really come in handy when you're needing, like, herbal medicines or when you're low on food or whatever. Speaking of food, let's eat something. I'm gonna eat some beans. Nothing like a cold can of beans. Ah yes, depression food. And to slurp down some canned tomato. Delicious. No, it's not a British moment. For it to be a British moment, I would have had to have toast with it. And tea. Okay, that seems suspicious. I didn't sleep long enough. I have a bowl? I do have a bowl. I could have put it in a bowl and then put it in the microwave. It's just, it's so easy to, counter sadness and depression that, like, I don't even bother. So, we are going to search for a sledge. That's what you guys voted on? Or enough of you? Before I head out, I'm going to want to grab some provisions and put them in the car. So I'm going to grab... It's going to be junk food. But I'm going to grab a whole bunch of junk food and, like, shove it into the glove box of the car. So if I have to be out a while, I can. Without losing too... and I'll put Pop there, too. Without losing too much weight. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I already have the spare gas can. I don't have a jack yet, but I have a spare gas can in there as well. So we have the tent kit and a whole bunch of, like, food and... I wouldn't call that water, but food and liquid. So the place that I think is going to be best for me to search for a sledge, because we've already gone through Riverside's points of interest. And let me open up the map. And I mentioned this in a previous stream, but I'll just say it again once the map opens up. What is it called? Doe Valley or something? I don't even know what it's actually called. But it is a small little village down here that has a hardware store. So it's going to be a bit of driving. I am not exactly close to it. And I'm not exactly eager to drive that far. And the reason is, like, the further out you go, the more vulnerable you are. Because when I'm not near home and not near a car, things can happen and it's easy to get overwhelmed and die. But that's what we're going to be doing. So let's get underway. The lumber mill in the warehouse over there is a bit further. So what I'm doing is I'm picking a spot that's closest, physically closest. Let's see here. I don't mind leaving really early in the morning. The other thing I probably want to do is to make sure I have plenty of coffee and vitamins. So if I have extra coffee in here, I ought to bring it. No. What about the other one? No. Okay, never mind. I have a lot of coffee and vitamins on me. It'll have to do. Before I drive away, let's make sure that my wheels aren't about to pop off, something like that. Probably will also want to get some more cigarettes. Tires could be a little bit more inflated. A little worried about the condition of my gas can as well, or tank, I should say. So let's get cigarettes and inflate those tires, because I don't want to be leaving home with so few cigarettes. Where did I put them? I did a transfer all at some point. Or maybe they're in that glove box. I think I glove boxed them, didn't I? Well, I'll take some fresh cigarettes here. There, 15. What's the condition of Raider trucks? It's a moot point. I don't have the keys. And I don't have the skill set to hotwire either. Alright. Before I drive away, let's tire pump it up. Especially the front left was 26 out of 35. I kept the glitch keys in the ignition? No, I did not. Okay, we are good to go. I hope to make it back tonight, but I kind of think I won't. Which is a little worrisome because it's... Oh, you know what? That van is running too. I mean, they did drive up in it. I didn't actually search the van. But it's... I think the bug of, like, the bandits getting perfect vans or perfect vehicles got fixed. I wonder if the key... Oh, I can't even get in. I wonder if the problem with the keys got fixed. So this wasn't running, it just had headlights on. Oh, here's a keyring. Or... Oh, there's a dude underneath, the dead raider underneath the van. Okay. The van, like, spawned on top of him? I'm not sure. Something weird. Yeah, and my cigarettes were in the glove box. Got it. Well, we're gonna start this trip up with a granola bar, but I'm sure my caloric intake is gonna get a lot weirder as time goes on. The other thing I wanted to check is to make sure that I'm not losing power anytime soon, because the generators on my roof are not running, because I still have the local utility power. But at some point I'll lose that, and I'm gonna want to, so I don't want to be away from home when I lose power, because I've got a lot of frozen meats in my base that needs cooking at some point. Tina Rick, thank you for the resub. So this road will eventually come to a T, and I'm taking a left there. Whoop, hello. And then I'm just going to follow it for a long time until it comes to another T, and I'm going to take a right. Is it just you, or is this car slow? I'm just not gunning it. The road is not wide enough for me to gun it, because as you can see, there's stuff in the way. Pretty often. Oh! Power grid! System's failing, network compromised. So I am losing power. Got it. I kept power for almost, what? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? So I'm going to want to get home as soon as I can to turn on the generators before power does get cut. So that is the last major meta event that that happens, right? You have lost water, which happened pretty early on for me. You've got the helicopter, which also happened pretty early on for me, and then you have lost power. And then after you lose, after all three of those things happen, no major other consequential events happen. Outside of, you know, bandits, which would be mods. Wow, this is, so if you're wondering what I'm driving by, this is like the southern edge of a country club. So the country club goes up to the right there. I'm just surprised by how many zombies are like out here at the country club chilling. These roads are not empty. Oh, there's a police. So there's going to be a bridge after I pass this country club, and then after the bridge it will be the T intersection where I take the right. And then after I take that right intersection, the road winds around a bit, but eventually I will spill into an area that has a hardware store and like a farm supply store. Both might have sledges, might not. What day am I on? It will say in the top right. With the, so I'm on day almost 19. But in the top right, where the watch is, it will tell you the day. If, you know, you ever have that question. Because I always wear a watch. My goodness. They were having some massive soiree at the... But none of these people are dressed for country club. They are the rabble, sir. The rabble come a runneth. What? I didn't hit you. Alright, so here's the bridge. Pretty small bridge. And this bridge is the one right before the T intersection. I think, because I don't do a lot of predictions, I'm going to run a prediction here. Will I find a sledge on this excursion? A simple yes or no. So I'm going to give you maybe 2 minutes to predict. Good luck. Alright, here's that T intersection. Full of zombies. Holy moly. Got like 30 zombies in that T. I don't know where to put this, that it's not a... that's fine. With my metalwork skill going up, I will be able to, like, fix my front hood, which is essentially the bumper, for all intents and purposes. Because cars in this game don't have bumpers, but they do have hoods and trunks. Oh, that's a dead one. Hey, Daydora, thank you for the resub. Alright, so off to my right here is some farms. And then I'll be passing farms on the left as well. After a swivel in the road. I am maybe 4/5 of the way there by now. Something like that. I'm gonna open my map. How close am I to the... Oh, yeah. So my guess is wrong. These exclamation marks was the guess as to where I was headed. They're a little off, so I'm going to update them and say it's more around here. That's my new guess. And it's almost 9 in the morning. So this is another farm to the left here. And that farmhouse does have tool sheds. So if I do come up dry from where I'm headed, heading to that farmhouse might not be a terrible constellation idea. An attempt to get a sledge from, like, a farmhouse. It's not to say it's likely, but it's not impossible either. Yeah, this trip is like a guided tour of, like, outer Riverside. Exactly. On the left here, a man with purple shorts. A bold choice on a chilly morning. Oh, actually, it's a warm morning. Never mind. On a warm morning, such as this July of the 28th. Alright, this will come to a T. Again. There it is. And we're almost there. A little pond for you fishermen or women. And then this is sort of the town. It's not much of a town. There's like almost nothing here. I didn't actually mean to drive into it already. But yeah, this is where I have to search and who I have to contend with. So there will be a main entryway in just a second. So on my right is a burger joint. On my left is a gas station. So you can see the... Well, my head's in the way. But you can see the gas pump right there. And then one building over is a general store and a hardware store. So my point is, I'm basically where I want to be. Which means I need to start killing who I need to kill. Oh, put your crowbar in your hand. Back over. So, 286 kills. And this crowbar, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, is very close to going kaputskis. Oh, that's not good. I don't have a spare crowbar in my backpack. I have a machete, but not a crowbar. So we might be using a machete for this trip. I am heading to a hardware store, so, you know, I could get a extra crowbar out of the trip. But I should have thought of that and packed a spare crowbar. Well, so far so good. It's always a little challenging to like drive through a whole horde of zombies and then like clear them. Just make sure. Well, why is... Okay, that was weird. His loot corpse wasn't showing up for a second. I thought it was like a zombie faking, you know? Oh, I just aggroed some more. And yeah, I left the truck running, but like that's totally on purpose. It's so that if I have to run from bandits, I don't have to turn the truck over like 15 times. Because this morning, when I tried to turn the truck on, it was not cooperating at all. Come on, guys. I just want to go to your hardware store. Not a big ask. Ooh, more vitamins? More vitamins? Yeah, the people here are healthy, healthy, healthy with all their vitamins. And it's a good opportunity to shred... Oh, that was a camera. To shred electronics, too, for the levels. Antidepressants and watches. Alright. Honestly, any swing now, my crowbar is going to break. I'm, like, mentally readying myself for that to happen. Alright, let's grab a little peanut butter or something. Another granola bar. Oh, there's a little HP on the crowbar. No crowbar in the spare trunk? Not that I know of. I'll double check. Nope. Would be a good idea to dump all my extras, though, so I don't have to carry it. Well, this is a burger joint, but I'm guessing any of the burgers in there... Well, I mean, I guess if they're frozen, maybe it's still good, so I could go in there after. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Bandit Slayer, which originally streamed live on Twitch August 29th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow vigilantes.